Good morning. It's Tuesday morning, and we're going to read Luke 11:37 to 54. We're going to finish this chapter. And while Jesus was speaking, a Pharisee asked him to dine with him, so he went in and reclined at table. The Pharisee was astonished to see that he did not first wash before dinner. And the Lord said to him, "Now you Pharisees cleanse the outside of the cup and of the dish, but inside you're full of greed and wickedness. You fools, did not he who made the outside make the inside also? But give as alms those things that are within, and behold, everything is clean for you. Woe to you, Pharisees, for you tithe mint and rue and every herb, and neglect justice and the love of God. These you ought to have done without neglecting the others. Woe to you, Pharisees, for you love the best seat in the synagogues and greetings in the marketplaces. Woe to you, for you are like unmarked graves, and people walk over them without knowing it." One of the lawyers answered him, "Teacher, in saying these things you insult us also." And he said, "Woe to you, lawyers also, for you load people with burdens hard to bear, and you yourselves do not touch the burdens with one of your fingers. Woe to you, for you build the tombs of the prophets whom your fathers killed. So you are witnesses, and you consent to the deeds of your fathers, for they killed them, and you build their tombs. Therefore also the wisdom of God said, I will send them prophets and apostles, some of whom they will kill and persecute, so that the blood of all the prophets, shed from the foundation of the world, may be charged against this generation, from the blood of Abel to the blood of Zachariah, who perished between the altar and the sanctuary. Yes, I tell you, it will be required of this generation. Woe to you, lawyers, for you have taken away the key of knowledge. You did not enter yourselves, and you hindered those who were entering." As he went away from there, the scribes and Pharisees began to press him hard and to provoke him to speak about many things, lying in wait for him to catch him in something he might say. So Jesus kind of provokes a little conflict with these Pharisees. He goes into someone's house and he doesn't wash. Now, normally you would, when you went in someone's house, they would give you some water and you'd wash your feet, or have, some slave would wash your feet, but you'd rinse off your feet because your feet got all nasty from walking around in the dirt and the stuff in the streets. You'd wash your feet. Then you'd wash your hands, ritually, and clean your hands. They didn't really do this for the kind of medical reasons that we do. Back during COVID, everybody had to wash their hands and sing happy birthday. And, wash your hands for 25 seconds and wash your hands thoroughly and up to your arms. And, the surgeons were saying, how to do it. And they didn't do it for those reasons. They didn't have any concept of health and cleanliness like we do. They didn't have any idea that germs were spread. They just knew that their hands were dirty from being out in the world, and they wanted to clean them up before they ate. And Jesus says, yeah, you want me to wash, but, inside the cup, it's all nasty. Well, the cups weren't nasty, but he's making the point. Your insides are full of greed and stuff, and your insides need to be cleansed. And so, then the lawyer says, well, hey, what about us? You're insulting us too. And he's like, you guys are just as bad because you're making rules that no one can follow. And you're not, you make all these external rules, but inside you're full of greed and stuff, and you're no better than the other people out there. And you need to check your own behavior. And so the Pharisees and the lawyers get mad at him, and they keep talking to him. They keep trying to get him to say something that's going to be a problem for him. And of course, Jesus is too clever; he won't do it. But they keep trying. So here we are in Holy Week, and they're trying to get him to say something that they can use against him, say something that they can use to arrest him. He won't do it, but it's a good thought for us to see, well, that's the dynamic that's going on during his life. Now, the dynamic in our lives is what? What are we not doing that we could be doing, or doing that we shouldn't be doing, or what is it that we try to do to get Jesus to do something in particular? Think about that, and think about your motives for things. Wonder how our motives are and how God sees us. That's something to think about, isn't it? Well, I hope that you get something out of this text today, and tomorrow we'll start chapter 12, and I hope that you have a great Tuesday.